Welcome to I'm Still Me. We have like a crazy weekend, but anyway, here we are. Welcome to your section, Where's My Cup of Coffee? That today is more like Where's My Lemonade? Because oh my god, I'm so thirsty. I'm trying like a new vitamins and they are like kind of heavy, but oh my god, they give me a lot. I'm so thirsty. Anyway, I was talking to you about my experience with the rheumatologist. But the first one. I'm sorry if I'm doing this with my lips. Oh, they are so dry. My first experience with the rheumatologist, that was not a good one. So remember? I told you that there was going to be a part 2. And this part 2 is worse than the part 1. Hard to believe, but it is true. Well, I told you that I had an emergency and this guy never answered the phone because he was only answering for emergencies. So we obviously said to the guy about the insurance and everything that we were not happy at all with this guy. So he took again the list and he gave us another list. And we were asking and everything, so he gave us another name to another address, which was more far away from the place I live. It was more like in downtown. Well, the appointment was again around 6 p.m. That day, I remember that I taught a class and I was super mega tired. As you can imagine, and as I told you, if I have an appointment or if I have something that is out of my schedule or out of my routine and without any coffee, that I just cannot fall asleep. This is driving me crazy, I'm sorry. Well, I was so tired. My eyes were with no water at all. I had to try to dress up a little bit more because I was going to the doctor, you know. And then my husband he did a master in English. Well, he's always like a clock. I mean, he says 6 o'clock and he's there 6 o'clock. So he was rushing. And near to downtown, there's no way so you can just put your car and just walk a little bit and so on. No, you have to put your car in what they call estacionamiento. You have to pay for it, and it's crazy because they need to find a spot and then you have to go out. And in all the time that he was doing that, I was trying to figure out what was the office of this doctor because the numbers were crazy. One street they were up and to the other street they were up, and they were just like awful. Obviously, I was mega tired. I hadn't slept. I'm sorry. And all the time I was standing up. So finally we could just find a place where we were going to have this appointment. We arrived and this place was really weird. It was like a house, but like a not clean, but like a old house. where you could see all the parts that need to be done. There need to be like a little bit of pain here, and there were more doctors over there. So the secretary told us, okay, you sit down and the doctor will be here in a minute. Well, we sat down, and then I just saw a man around 40s, between 40s, 48, maybe, I don't know. And he was just walking like sweating and like in a bad mood. He had no like a coat or anything. He was just wearing a t-shirt or something like that. And I was like, is that the doctor? Okay, and then he was like nodding and saying something to the secretary, and then he get into the office. So the secretary told us, okay, you can come in. And I was, oh my god, this is not gonna be good. This guy is in bad mood. So we knock. He had his desk like this, and then another corner like this. So he was sat like this. So we get in, and I was stood up like, when is he going to stand up and say hello, my name is Ada, like any other doctor. He was like that, and he never said anything. Like, okay, sit down, or he was just staring something. He didn't even have a computer there, or I don't know, but he was like that. So I was actually waiting for him to tell me, okay, good afternoon, can you sit down please, whatever. He never did. He never saw us. So my husband said, okay doctor, here we are. And he was, yes, okay, could you please sit down? Like that. Well, took the chair, and I sat down, waiting for him to look at me and said, this is my name, welcome, or whatever. He never did that. I had never saw somebody like that in my life, meaning in my life. So he was like writing, I don't know what, with frowning and, okay, what can I do for you? And I was not again, please. I really hate to have to say the same story over and over and over and over again. So I said the same thing. Were the test results sent to you? And he was like, well, I don't know. Okay, what can I do for you? So I took a big breath again, and my husband was like clapping on my leg, like, calm down, we need this signature. So I started like, and then he was interrupting me every minute. And since I cannot like, if I was interrupted, I just lose. What was I talking about? So I was like, well, in 2005 I will start with, how old are you? And he wasn't even look at me. He was like, how old are you? What's your name? I was telling everything on my life. Well, not everything, obviously. I was telling him my story about the fibromyalgia and all the doctors that had seen me and all the things, and he was interrupting and not even looking at me. So I was really in a bad mood right now. I mean, not right now, that day. Because I was super tired, I was super thirsty, my eyes were like red, I mean red. And the only thing I wanted was just to go to bed. That's the only thing I wanted. But I was doing an effort, you know? So, just like I did with the other doctor, I was trying to show him my pictures, my videos, how I was like not sleeping and everything, and he still was with his eyes like here. He never turned. So he was asking questions. I mean, I was saying everything that was important, everything on my skin, everything, and he was like, do you feel like your feet sometimes are swollen? And I was like, what is he asking me? What can he do for me if he's all the time interrupting me? Then I took out my cell phone and I said, okay, there are some pictures of my skin, and he was like, he took the cell phone and took it away from him. And I was like, this cannot be happening, I mean, I'm dreaming. And he was like, still asking questions like, have you read? And how is that happening, like your hair is falling? Then this came out of my mouth without like, this just came out of my mouth. Well, if you could just see me, you would be able to see how my hair is falling. So my husband just turned and was like, who is she? And he was like, still, he couldn't care less, you know? He just couldn't care less. So by that time, it was like a half an hour, 20, 25 minutes later, I don't know, 30. I was just like this. I mean, when I do not feel well, when I do not feel comfortable, everybody knows. I don't know why. I mean, I do not do a lot of things with my face, do I? I mean, I don't think so. I'm always like, you need to guess what is going on with me. So I was like, moving my leg and saying, when is this guy going to look at me? So he suddenly said, okay, let me go and check on you. And for the first time, he took a glance at me. So I was like, what am I doing here? In my mind, you know? What am I doing here? What do I have to go through this? I mean, it is not like the big money that they are going to return us, because it has nothing to do with ME. Has to do with the fibromyalgia. So I was thinking that. So he stood up and I didn't even look at the bed or even look at the weight machine or all the appliances that he had back. So I was like, I don't see the point in my head. So I told my husband, do you know what? I don't feel comfortable. And he was like surprised that I wasn't comfortable. How come? He never looked at me. he never listened to me, and now he was going to touch me. I mean, could have not just touched me like that, but I mean, there is some kind of trust between you and your doctor. There has to be. And this guy, he didn't even look at me for 30 minutes. He was all the time interrupting, and I was like, is he listening? Is he listening to me? So my husband was, whatever you want. And I told him, and I was about to cry because I was really angry. I used to cry when I was really sad, and I used to cry when something was really hurting me, and I used to cry when I was really angry, and I couldn't just say or do anything about that. So I was about to cry, but no, nothing came out of my eyes. I cannot, there are no tears in my eyes, and that hurts. So he was like, okay, that was the attitude. Okay, I mean, it is not like mandatory or anything. So I said like, no, I don't have to stay here. I don't have to stand all this. And he got mad. He got mad. So he went back to his desk and he said, okay, I'm gonna write. And we even had to pay for the appointment. So my husband went out, and I was going to just leave. But then I returned. And I just looked at him. And he looked at me. And I said, I really hope that never in your life you need to sit down in front of a lawyer wondering what is it going on with your life. How are you going to solve it? And where are you standing? And how are you going to pay for it? I say it even louder. And I finish it like saying, I'm praying for that. Then I just went out and I closed the door like, I don't know what he said at the end, and I don't care. But what I do care is that I could say something. And after that, thank God, the woman that is, the doctor that is above these doctors was really like, she has a lot of empathy with my case. So I think she's going to look at it personally, which makes me really happy. What doesn't make me really happy is to see her again. Anyway, I was happy to be able to say what I was thinking. I mean, we are in like a new country. I am. And I have no idea what the language is. I have no idea what the food is. I have no idea where is the water. I have no idea where am I going to sleep, because I don't know anything about that. Just think about it. Just for 1 second, close your eyes and think about it. And there is this kind of guide that could just lead me all the way through it. And he doesn't even look at me. That's not fair. I mean, I was tired, I was trembling, I needed something to drink. My eyes were... Since then, as I told you in the last video, I decided that nobody, for the rest of whatever is going to be my life, was going to mistreat me. Because I do not deserve it in any way. I'm sick. Yes, I am a sick person. I am a person with a sickness. I am not a sickness walking. And that needs to be really clear. between your doctor and you. Because I'm still me. I have something. But I am a person. I have feelings. I can still think. I can still feel. I'm not dying. I'm not dead yet. So I decided that day, nobody, I don't care who, even my mother, I will not let anybody, nobody, to mistreat me with no reason. And if they have a reason, well, we can talk about that. But with no reason, ever again, especially if it is a doctor. So this video is dedicated to Dr. Victor Motorcycle Bones, because I do not remember his last name, to Dr. Gabriel Coronado, excellent doctor, to Natalia Narvaez, excellent doctor, and to the best one, Dr. Hugo Robledo. Dr. Hugo Robledo, who has always, and I mean always, been there for me, for anything. Even if it is just my toe that is hurting me, I call him, and if he doesn't answer, it's because he is an emergency or he's working, but he's always calling me back. So doctors, I just wanted to thank you, because you always make me feel like a patient, like a real patient. You are always giving me your attention, your full attention. Sometimes you have even offered me water or lemonade or something. With Natalia, I'm always sitting on the floor because that's the way I feel good. And she's always in her desk, and sometimes she just sits like next to me. I mean, they are good doctors, and you don't deserve anything less than that. So when I said the last video, could you please tell me how the things are over there? If you have to go to a specific doctor, or if you can change, or if your doctor is a good and nice person. Because if it isn't, you don't have to stand him. Honestly, you don't have to. We go through a lot, 24/7. This thing does not stop, ever. And I mean, I'm not doing a martyr here, but I want you to tell you, if you're spoon, if you have ME, if you have lupus, if you have arteriosclerosis, if you have fibromyalgia only, and that's only, you deserve more than that. I deserve more than that. I spent 30 minutes without being so. I hope that is well said, because I am inventing a new language then. So I don't want to. There was an kind of publicity on Facebook, or because I don't watch TV. And I was watching, and they were saying, why do we put the disabled people away? Why we don't include them? Why we have to just say like, if we want to insult someone, say something like, are you an idiot? Are you deaf? Why? Because we are not survivors. We are champions. And I truly believe that, because if we are able to do what we do every single day, being sick, Could you imagine what we can do, what we could do if someone gives us a cure? We will be able to work again, we will be able to create, we will be able to be there, we will be able to build, we will be able to do so many things. So being sick is not something that you need to feel guilty about. And it took me like months to realize it. So fine, suddenly, I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of asking a wheelchair. I'm not ashamed to say I'm sick, I cannot drive. It is not my fault. It is not something bad. I didn't ask for it. My family didn't ask for it. But well, that's the situation. But I'm a nice person. Well, for other people maybe I'm not. And I really don't care. But that is my message today in Where's My Cup of Coffee, because I don't know where my lemonade is and I need to find it. I just wanted to leave you with this message. And maybe this cup of coffee was not that nice or was not that funny like another ones, but since I have no idea how the system works over there, I don't. There are still, and I think that is why you are not like with this freedom to write me your comments, or I don't know why. Because maybe I thought, are they ashamed of something? Because you don't have to. You are a person with a disease. I can separate that. I am a person worthy of a lot of things. Alone. And if I behave like that through my life, people are going to treat me in that way. You're a teacher. You're a person. You're a teacher who gets tired, but you still have a lot of knowledge to give to whoever wants. And if there's someone over there that cannot see that you are still a teacher, that the only thing that they see is that you are tired and dehydrated, well, that it's their problem, not yours in any way. I don't know why, but I needed in my soul to tell you that we are stronger than many people think, because we fight with the same demons every single day. That is why I was not willing to this guy to even touch me. No. I wasn't comfortable. I was like, you don't care. Why are you going to do this? I'm going to feel worse. Let's get out of here. So, I'm going to go. Here's your cup of coffee. And I hope that this message can reach your heart and can reach your soul, and also can reach the soul and the heart of your loved ones. And by loved ones, I'm not saying necessarily family. I'm saying the group of people who cares about you, and not all the time it is your family. But that is the subject of another day. Okay, be careful and be aware of the giveaway. Okay, and we are going to celebrate our independence, but we are going to a good and very beautiful place, and I will do some 2 or 3 blogs. So if you really want to know how we celebrate, not the Cinco de Mayo, because I have no idea what you celebrate over there. We celebrate September 16 and 15. You are going to watch how Mexican people celebrate our Independence Day. So I send you my wings, I send you my spoons. Please do not waste your spoons with doctors.